Especially, let's first talk about data, right? The main thing that we are securing and protecting, and how it has changed in the new era of Gen AI, right? So, if you think about, there are three big components associated to data, right? So, one is how it is getting produced and generated, especially with so much volume and the various sources that it can be consumed from. So that's the what, right? So that's data, and then the who, right? Who's consuming it, especially with the agentic AI now taking center stage. So in addition to the human actors that we traditionally had and the human channels, traditional channels like email and all of that, now you have so many other channels and interfaces by which data can be consumed or produced or even interpreted, right? And the third, that it's a natural follow up to that, is basically the risks that come with the data and the entities associated with that. So now you are talking about humans, machines collaborating on data. The lines are getting blurred, and now you have governments and state legislatures now coming in and enacting AI acts, right, for AI Security Act. So the risk ecosystem, if I may, is not just the risk that we traditionally knew about how to protect, but also now you have to comply with all these new requirements that are getting enacted through legislations, right? So adaptive, the ACS platform, content security from Bonfy, takes care of all of these, right, through a very multi-channel detection and prevention. So whether it's the traditional email channel, for instance, right, that we are so much used to, and which, by the way, we'll talk a little bit more about that, how it has taken a new form, right? It's not just the way we used to write email like even a year ago. Now you're just delegating it to some agent, right? Which is probably going to multiple sources, sourcing data and sort of stitching an email for you, right? Then we're talking about adapting to the entity itself, and then sort of bringing that insider risk view as well, which is or who is rather producing and consuming and interpreting this data and then sending it out either internally or externally, right? And the third is basically the policy engine that is now required, which needs to be a little bit more dynamic and adaptive to these changing and evolving relationships. Whether it is the relationships within the enterprise or even relationships that you have with your customers, with your partners, with the analysts, and how they all come together. So something as simple or seemingly benign thing like an email can actually be very complex if you dig into it. So those three things, the multi-channel, the multi-risk, and the multi-entity contextual risk analysis, are the three, I would say, the shining elements of the Bonfy ACS.